it's raining, so there might be a bit of ASMR in the background. And I know I'm full of shit. I said no more dating videos, and yeah, on the whole, there probably won't be. But this idea kind of came into my brain, as ever, based on real life experiences, because that's what my channel is. And I thought I'd talk about this concept of, are we becoming dismissive in dating? This all came about because I was just chatting to one man and it seemed to be going really well. And then out of the blue, he just dropped the bombshell, oh, you're too short for me. I can feel the keyboard warriors now typing, you know what it's like to be a man. Oh my god, I'm getting so much shit on that Bumble video at the moment. I'm literally just thinking of turning the comments off. But anyway, for the majority of men, height doesn't seem to be a deal breaker. But I was talking to this guy and he was like a particularly tall man. And he said he was 6'5". And I've never dated anyone that tall before. So we're just having banter and jokes. So I said in a jokey way, oh, can you even have sex with someone 6'5" if you're 5'2"? I was just being like playful with him. And then he came back with, well, actually, I've never dated anyone that short before. I don't know. And I was like, oh, this isn't going well. So I said, fair enough. Is my height going to be a problem for you? And he said, well, I'm open to all types. It would just be an adjustment. Nobody wants to be an adjustment in life, do they? Nobody wants to be, oh yeah, you're an adjustment. So from there, I was thinking, oh, it's not really going to turn out, is it? And then sure enough, the guy kind of ghosted me and I never heard from him again. And as ever, when you chat to people, you're never going to know the real reason why someone ghosted you. Part of me wanted to just send a message back saying, oh, we're all the same lying down, but I just had to think, just leave it. Everybody has their preferences, and for him, I was too short and I was just a step too far. Part of me was like, great, I've lost all this weight and then there's something else to bloody worry about. But then as ever, it got me thinking about other experiences in my life and just thinking how this man just dismissed me for something that really isn't that much of a big deal. It doesn't show anything about my character. We could have got on and had an amazing relationship, but off the bat, this man just rejected me on my physical appearance. And for most women, it is sadly their weight that they are rejected for. We can't get away from that. And I have talked about that a lot, so I don't want to talk about it again. But I also thought about, in my past, the reasons that people had rejected me. And if I think the main reasons that people had rejected me, I think when I was younger, when I'd be dating someone and then the topic would come up, that pit in your stomach, and you're dating someone and then you have to tell him that you're a virgin, and it's just, oh, it's so awkward. And inevitably, as soon as I said that, the men weren't interested. I even had one lovely guy that said to me, oh, you're really pretty. I'll have sex with you once you're not a virgin anymore, but I don't really want to have sex with you as a virgin. So as soon as you're not a virgin anymore, just let me know and then we can have sex. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to call you ever again. The main deal breaker for me in my life has always, well, there's been like, a few. But I've talked before in one of my story times how I don't drink, and I'll link the story time there if people want to see it. But people have also been dismissive about that, and it has been a deal breaker for a lot of men. As soon as I say, oh, I don't really drink, then that's it. They don't want to know. And it can kind of feel that people are, I don't know if it's the modern culture, but people are being dismissive for the wrong reasons. And people are not taking the time to get to know people. They're taking people on face value. They're taking one characteristic that is different from themselves and they're being completely dismissive. Sometimes people look for the exact carbon copy of themselves. They want someone that has all the same interests as them, all the same morals and all the same beliefs. And in reality, you're not going to find someone that you agree with 100% of the time. you're going to find someone that you disagree with, you have differences with, and you have different hobbies. And people can get caught up in what I kind of call this red flag analogy, where they almost go out there looking for red flags, and then as soon as they see a red flag, they're like, nope, that's it, red flag. And it's almost like a siren goes off in their brain, and they're like, no, red flag, that's it, I've had someone that was like this in my past, I don't want to know. And they just dismiss people off the bat. Even if I'll say something like, oh, I've been single, you know, for a while, people just, they'll see that as a red flag, and it will just be like, that's it. And I kind of think, if you go out there looking for red flags, you will find them. If I literally looked at every red flag of every person I've ever dated, I would literally still be a virgin. Like, no one is perfect, and we are just being so dismissive of people, you know, on the dating apps, on the online dating, and people in general are not giving people a chance. Maybe I've been guilty of this too. There's this general concept of there's something better coming around the corner. If we see a red flag, that's it, they're gone. And in reality, you're not going to know if someone is toxic until you date them for a few months. People that are like that are really good at hiding it. You're only going to see that over time and being with someone and seeing how they behave. And it just leads to this concept of nobody finding anyone. I listened to this somewhere on one podcast. I can't remember who said it. But they said that the people on dating apps are a mixture of the avoidant and then the anxious attachment style. And none of these people can seem to get it together. And then you have the secure people that are obviously off the dating apps, that obviously have relationships. And you're just stuck with a mix of people that are either desperate for a relationship or people that don't want a relationship but can't be alone and they need the attention. This is why sometimes dating apps don't work, because I think, sadly, if you go on a dating app, for a lot of women, you're going on a, I know I have, like, being really honest, you're going on a dating app in a really vulnerable state where you really, really want someone, or you really feel you need someone, and you're going on a dating app in a vulnerable place. And of course, not everyone in the dating app is going to be that position. People that are on the dating app that just want casual, just want to hook up, and obviously they're going to take advantage of the needy people that are on the dating app. I'm in two mindsets about dating apps, because I know people can find people on dating apps, and part of the feeling is you need to put yourself in a place where men can see you, where you're available. If you're not on a dating app, they're not going to knock on your door and find you. You have to put yourself out there. But at the same time, you have to be wary about putting yourself on a dating app if you're not in the right place mentally to date, because that's when people will take advantage of you. So I am in two minds about dating apps. But in general, it's definitely got me thinking about what I am dismissive about when I'm dating, the deal breakers that I have, and what deal breakers should I be letting go. For instance, the deal breaker for me about not dating someone with children. As I get older, I kind of feel, I'm still on the fence about it, but I kind of feel like I might have to let that one slide, which is difficult because I always envisioned me having a child with someone that didn't have a child. But as I get older, I have to realise that that might not be the path for me. Thinking it might be better to date someone that has already experienced commitment and knows what it's like to be married to someone, what it's like to experience commitment, rather than dating people that are just players and just don't want to commit. So I'm definitely thinking about what my deal breakers are, and maybe if I've been dismissive in the past to someone that has children. It's something I'm still thinking about and still working on, because I know deep down it will be difficult, being really honest on this podcast, difficult for me to look after someone's children that aren't mine. I think you have to be quite selfless to do that. And I don't think I'm quite there yet. I feel that I still have things I want to accomplish in my life outside of a relationship, and I still have goals and ambitions that I want to achieve. So I don't think I'm quite there in that aspect, but I'm definitely thinking about what possibly I have been so dismissive about. I know I've definitely had this problem where I feel people are not giving me the chance to show the qualities that I have. It's almost as if there isn't this massive spark on the first date, then men are not interested. If they don't feel this instantaneous connection, then you're just dismissed and written off for the next person on a dating app. Or if you're not being sexual on the first date, then you're dismissed for someone else on the dating app. And just in general, the way society is, I feel that we're just being completely disposable in dating, and in not giving people a chance, we are writing off the chance for falling in love, basically. If you don't give time to someone to try and get to know them, you're not going to feel that. Rather than just thinking, oh, there's someone else on the app, I can just meet someone else just like that.